Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, it's your partner, Paul Pluta, AC3 on the Paul Pluta channel. I'm doing a paid review. This is paid review 21QA16. This is for Nick. And before we start this paid review, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Rolex Submariner. This is the new 41mm Submariner date. Here we go. Hi Paul, just need some advice. I have sold off my collection and I've been left with an early 2000 Seamaster and a 41mm Submariner, which is simply perfect. My dilemma is as follows. I have 20 to 25,000 to spend on some watches. This will be my last purchase for the next 3 to 4 years, so I want to make the right choice. I've been thinking of 3 different angles. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, angle 1 is pick up a Patek Calatrava, leaving me the sub as a daily, the Patek as a dress, the Seamaster for rougher use or vacation to less desirable areas. Angle 2 was to get a 41mm Datejust on Jubilee and a JLC Master Ultra Thin, giving me slightly more variation. And angle 3 was going Grail, getting a AP 41mm steel or a Vacheron overseas. Would love to hear your thoughts. Open to all possibilities, and knowing I won't be able to make any purchases for a considerable time after this, I want some advice from the watch guru himself. Okay, so he sent me a donation. He wanted some advice. Okay, so what can I say there? So this was what he sent to me on January 7. Then he came to me January 8. I just wanted to add, the 40-day date is my absolute grail, but sadly out of budget, and think the 36mm would wear small. Should I get a 36 for now, or will I just be left feeling dissatisfied? Sending another 20. And then he said to me, I've attached some photos and I thought I'd add a little back story. Feel fine. I feel like I'm wasting your time here, so another $10 on the way. Thank you. Thank you. I am 24, about to graduate with a finance degree, and have been working in food catering since I was 16. I am now an operations management, making decent money, but effectively maxed out my career path. After working 60 hours a week to put myself through university here in the US, however, to start a career in finance, I would have to take a dramatic pay cut for the first 2 years or so. As a result, I've decided to pursue my dream of law school, hence no watches will be bought for the next 4 years. Plan on working more, then heading to law school to make sure I'm in decent position. I've been collecting watches since I was 15 with a G-Shock, and sold a couple of tags, Hublot Black Magic, couple of Breitlings and a Speedy, which is a significant portion of my budget, at least half. This is from Nick. So Nick, I gotta tell you, man, I don't know exactly what's going on. He's jumping all over the place. I gotta be completely honest with you, Nick. If you were 24 and you're I gotta be totally honest with you, Nick. If it was me, and this is advice from the pontiff there, I'd probably be saying, you're 24, you've got a degree in finance, I'd try and be getting some money immediately. Law school, I got to be honest with you, law school is fantastic, but hey, do you want to stay at uni? You're in a very tough time at the moment. COVID, all this stuff. I'd probably, my best advice to you, start earning some coin. Now, I'm not going to give you advice as to which is better in that, but law school is not all. There's a lot more law students than practicing lawyers. Remember that. So I got to be honest with you there. Make sure you don't waste your time collecting degrees which prove to be worthless. Now, get back to your question here. Personally, I got to be honest with you. 24 years old. I dare say 24-year-old guy, and you've got a Rolex and a Seamaster. Okay, so what would I do? See, the thing is there, it might be a great idea to just keep the money. Keep the money. It might be an idea not to actually buy more watches, but hey, you know, this is a watch channel. We got to trying to give you advice there. Now, I got to say to you, okay, so firstly, let's just get the ballpark. Let's get the ballpark happening on this baby here. So firstly, I'm just going to have just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. I'm just calling up David SW. Let's have a look here. What are we looking at for a Rolex? I got to be honest with you. You know, I honestly think there's a few little things here that don't quite add up. If we're looking at a Rolex day date, we're looking at a 40. How much are we looking at there? See, I think we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Yep, you're looking at $40,000. Okay, maybe we can get one 37,000. Houston, we got a problem. Okay, so you're not going to be able to, on 20 to 25,000, you're not going to get a 40 mil day date. The 36, I've got to be totally honest with you. If you feel it's a compromise, don't buy it. Don't buy it if you feel it is a compromise, because it's not going to improve there. The 15,400, look, I got to be, the 15,400, the 15,500, I don't think you're going to be able to get one for 20 to 25,000. So let's clarify this. What would I do there? What would I do? You know what I would do? The sensible thing is, if you've got what do you got here? You got a 2000 Seamaster and a 41 mil Submariner. Maybe that's two beautiful pieces for a 20. That's absolutely amazing. Maybe it's good to keep that money up your sleeve for a house deposit. What do you say? A house deposit? An apartment deposit? Maybe that would be a really good idea, to get an apartment, a condo. Okay, so that's what I'd probably say, consider that. Okay, next choice, let's look at your three angles here. Okay, angle one is to pick up a Patek Calatrava. Now, let's back the truck up. You can get a nice Patek Calatrava, if you jump onto Chrono 24, the other great dealer in America. He's a bit expensive, but I've never dealt with him. European Watch Co. Never dealt with him myself, but for Pateks themselves there, he seems to be a dealer who he loves his Pateks. His prices aren't super cheap. No, definitely not super cheap. Now, what can we get a nice Calatrava for? Now, the interesting thing is, I tell you what you can get nice Calatravas for. A 5107, he's got one for 19.3 in rose gold. He's also got a beautiful 6000 G. That's the very similar to my 6006. That's 22,500. He's also got a gondola 5109 for 14,500. And if we go, that's what other, I'm just having a look here, just have a look. He doesn't have a 5196, but I got to tell you, a 5196, you should be able to get one of those for about 15,000. So angle one, I'd say, you know, you can get one for under 15,000 US dollars for a 5196. Then you would have $10,000 spare, which is, hey, that could be good to keep up your sleeve. Option 2, get a Datejust on a Jubilee and a JLC Master Ultra Thin. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Rolex is always very, very good. I personally would say to you, nah, you got the sub. The sub would cover you for everything that the Datejust would. The JLC Ultra Thin, it's a compromise. And then option 4 was getting a Grail, either a AP41. You're not going to get an AP41. Okay, you're not going to get an AP41 for 20 to 25,000. Okay, so that's problem 1. And the second thing is a Vacheron overseas. Yeah, you might do that. I wouldn't do that. I think honestly, my best advice to you is I don't think you need anything. But if you want to get a watch, I'd probably get a Calatrava 5196 for about 15,000 US dollars. And I'd keep a bit of cash up my sleeve. That's probably the best sensible solution, I would say there. I think a 5196 in many ways is better than a 36mm day date. And I don't know whether a 41, I think the Patek is so much classier than the 40mm day date. So that would be my take on things. So to be completely honest with you there, don't waste your time going to law school. We're in COVID, record unemployment. There's going to be a lot of bad things happening in this world. If I were you, I would start earning bucks. Apply for jobs. There are many crossovers. Now that you've finished your qualification, what's to say you can't find something? It's a defeatist attitude. So I would start looking for a job with the both skills you've got there. As for the watch, I reckon a Patek at 15, second hand, pre-owned, 5196. Go and look on Chrono 24. And keeping 10 up your sleeve would be the most sensible. There you go. I've given you the advice. Are you going to listen or are you not? Guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need these paid reviews to keep pumping out the YouTube content. Without your help, I would sink. Guys, help us out. Okay, guys, I tell you what. Let's get Archie to review your collection. $50 US. He'll tell you what he thinks, the good, the bad, the ugly. He'll tell you, and you can decide. That's the way I go, guys. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.